Welcome to the Seabird Maps and Information for Fisheries website. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to interpret the information you can get from the map tool and reports. The tool provides information that is intended to help you make assessments of risk based on many factors. It does not provide immediate yes or no answers for your specific situation. Our map environment tutorial will guide you through how to use the map tool. When you first obtain the bird list for your fishery or area, you can sort through the list itself to find information for identifying which seabirds may be important in your analysis. Sorting the list by IUCN status, for example, brings the most threatened species to the top of the list. You might also want to see which seabirds have the smallest populations, which could indicate species for which any bycatch could have significant impact. These may be the species that should receive the most consideration in your analysis of your fishery. A comprehensive report for a seabird species provides you with standardized information to help you evaluate the risk posed by your fishery to that species. To get a comprehensive report for a species or group of species, you can either get the list of seabirds for your fishery or area from here, using this button, or get a report by using the Explore by Species page. You can see other tutorials for how to use the map and Explore by Species tools. The comprehensive reports you get from either place are very similar. One thing to notice is when this is displayed on the web page, you can get some details about how a topic is defined by hovering over it. There is also a definitions page on the website with more information on how each of these terms is defined. Let's look at each section of the report and see what information is there. First, the report has information about the species, its population size, and population trend. For some species, only a minimum population size or maximum population size is known, but for many species, such as this one, there is a population size range. The next section concerns the species foraging habits. This section can help you evaluate the risk your fishing gear poses to the species. For example, you can see that the Christmas frigatebird is not a diving species, so gill nets would pose no threat when they're in the water. For the king penguin, however, you can see that it is a diving species, that it normally dives from 12 to 250 meters depth, but it has been recorded to 304 meters. There's a bit about its diet as well. If you've included a range map, it will appear here. There is information about social behavior and breeding. For species that breed at the coast, their young fledge directly to the sea and may be at high risk. For non-coastal breeders such as loons and some ducks, the young aren't in marine environments where they can be caught until they are better able to care for themselves and may be a bit older and wiser. Species breeding in colonies may have geographically localized concentrations of individuals during the breeding season, areas that fishermen may want to avoid. Penguins are often far out at sea, as seen in this graphic. But other species, like this one, the great northern loon, spend part of the year on shore during the breeding season, and they may nearly disappear from marine environments, meaning they won't be found and can't be caught at sea. They also usually stay close to shore, but at times may go further out to sea. There is further relevant information about their ecology here. The report also has a section on what is known of interactions between the seabird and different types of fishing gear. In the documentation portion of the website, our gear interactions page may help you understand these classifications. Keep in mind that what is shown here is known interactions. If one of the gear types is not marked, it does not mean that the species has never been caught with that gear or that it couldn't be caught with that gear, simply that we don't know about it. There's also a section showing protected status of the species. This lists countries or treaties that specifically mention this species for protection, under which regulation, and so forth. Once again, this is a listing of only known protections. Many countries have blanket protections, such as all birds, that would include the species, but don't mention it directly. So, if a country or area isn't mentioned in this table, that does not mean the species is not protected in that area. Please be cautious and verify this information for yourself. The report also includes a section of literature references for all the preceding information. It also includes references that may not have been cited in the report, but that do provide information about the species. There is more assistance with interpretation of the results on the Help tab, and once you have determined some of the at-risk birds in your fishery, our resources pages should help you assess mitigation measures. We hope you find the information on this website useful in assessing seabirds and their relationship to fisheries.